Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with the very last video in the Autumn Garden Journal process. So let me take a moment to talk about this journal. So this journal is a 3-signature journal with a gatefold, which I'll show you at the end. Hopefully, if I remember. You probably will see it as we move about the journal. But you can watch all the videos of how we made this journal, all the way from the cover, the gatefold part, everything. I have not put the closure on yet, which I'll show you here in a second. So this journal is the grand prize for the 2,000 subscriber giveaway, which we hit, I think it's been about a month ago now, and we're already at over 2,400. So the channel is growing very fast, and so it was very hard for me to keep up with creating the prizes for the giveaway. So this didn't start until we hit that. So that being said, there are 3 prizes. This is the grand prize. The second prize is the Autumn Diary Journal, and the third prize is the mini Altoid tin journal, which is the Cottage Charm journal. And what you'll need to do, the Cottage Charm is just going to be the mini tin journal, which is an Altoid box, is just going to be a random draw off of all the people that I log who made comments in the playlist that I'm going to talk about here in a second. So in order to qualify for any of the prizes in this giveaway, you need to be a public subscriber, you need to live in the United States or Canada, and you need to go to each of the playlists, just the 2 for the journals, the Autumn Diary Journal and the Autumn Garden Journal. This is the Autumn Garden. And like every video and leave a meaningful comment. And as I've said before, and I apologize if this is repetitious for some of you who've been following along, by meaningful, I just mean something that's engaging. So tell me something about yourself. Share your favorite tradition. I am just blessed beyond compare with all of the comments that people have left, and because I really believe that it makes this artistic community stronger. It pours joy into our lives, going both ways. I share my inspiration, you share your inspiration, and everybody gets blessed. So it's really a cool thing. So I do want to give you an update really quick. So I'm not going to do the rabbit trail right now. So you need to like and subscribe, comment on each video, and then when this journal is completely done, I will do the drawing. And so let me back up though. So yesterday I mentioned before that I was going to do a craft fair. I've never done one. I've never had the connections to do that, and I am first a watercolor artist, mixed media artist, and I have tons of mixed media work that has just been sitting down in a bedroom in our garage because I couldn't move it. Like Etsy was just a joke. Like I couldn't get any visibility on Etsy, and the fees were killing me. So I decided to just stop trying to sell anything. I have a much more renewed hope in perhaps going back to selling some of my work. I haven't decided yet. We'll see, but I am gonna put a little bit more into the mixed media part of my world going forward in the new year. Yesterday I sold about 9 pieces, which was phenomenal. It was fantastic. They were very low priced because I really was selling to move them, but I got to hear stories, and people got to hear my story. Like they would say, well, where did the inspiration come for this? How did you create this? And I get to share bits of my story, not like the story, but like what my thought process is about why music pages are really touching to me, because I believe music is the beauty in our life. Why, what do the layers mean to me? What, how do you create all that mixed media texture? So it was really cool. But the coolest part was a gal came through a few times and looked at one particular canvas. It was a wood panel, and it was fairly large. It was like I think it was like 18 by 24 or something, and it had this beautiful girl. Maybe I'll post a picture of it in the videos at the end, just in case you're curious. But it had this girl, an image of a girl, and then she had textured mixed media wings off of her back. And then I did some other floral work with 3-dimensional flowers. And she came by the booth several times, looking, really intently looking. And she finally came back and she purchased it. She didn't tell me anything about why she was buying it. Obviously, that's her personal story. But after she left, someone that I'm familiar with that was there, her and I were talking about the inspiration and like why I do what I do, and you know, all that inspiration stuff. And she actually told me that this woman had lost her daughter, so she had purchased that in that heart place, and it just renewed in me why I love mixed media and why it heals me, and I need to return to that in a little bit bigger fashion. So I think in the new year I'm going to scale back some of my paper crafting stuff and do videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then my Sunday will be dedicated to Sunday's Art of Truth, which will be mixed media work. So that's my current plan. So anyway, thank you for giving me a moment to share that. It really touched my heart, and I feel like if I had not sold anything else, just that one piece of life that I got to witness meant everything to me, because that is my heart. So without further ado, let's talk about this, which is why we're here. So again, this is the last video that I'm going to do. Other than the flip through, we will do a flip through video. So I had mentioned in the other video that I did this collage work, and the journal is very full right now. I might use a couple of these pieces. I think I'm going to probably use either this one or this one as a belly band on that page that the vellum got kind of torn up. So, and then we might use one of the pockets or something. I haven't decided, but we'll need to embellish them too. So obviously I don't want to keep you forever, so we will move through this as quickly as possible. But I do have some things I wanted to show you that I did offline. So let me just set this aside. Well, let me show you what it looks like. This is the gatefold that I was talking about. And I think people had a hard time envisioning how you would put a journal in here. But that's how you would put a journal in here. It's really epic. So the challenge that I'm running into is I don't make a really gator mouth journal, but I do often have it full that I have to be able to press it down, and then I tie it off with some sari silk or seam binding or something to keep it closed, and then it trains itself to stay closed a little bit more. But this one is a little bit more challenging because this is going to be a clasp, and I don't want to put too much pressure on that clasp because I don't know how it will hold, because it's going to be attached with E6000, and as my friend Sean Petit has said in her videos before, with E6000 you can, you know, glue a small child to the wall, and that's hardly an exaggeration. I mean, it's seriously powerful stuff. So, but I'm a little bit concerned. My husband's going to help me put the clasp on because I need to figure out how to secure it while it dries and all of that stuff. So we haven't done that. And then what I would like, if you can make a comment in this video and let me know if you think that leaving the journal just like it is enough. I usually do some more work on it, but I don't know that I want to do that. I'm almost feeling like I want to keep this simple, and the clasp is going to bring a lot of interest to the front. So let me know more on the cover or leave it as it is. So I would look forward to that feedback. So let me set that aside now. Boy, I am jabber. Oh, and then the button. I showed you the button trim in the last video, but this morning before I turned the camera on, I did put all my beads on the signature strings. So these are really, I love beads hanging off. And this is just, some of them are beads that I bought. This is an old piece of jewelry that somebody gave me. We've got a leaf, we've got a little diamond kind of thing, and then a little bronzy looking flower or something. And so yeah, that's what that looks like. So what I did is this morning I went ahead and I used my octagon punch, that's this punch here, to make my tabs this time, because I always like to put tabs on some of the pages on the side so that I can put an eyelet on there and clip, you know, put some charms or whatever on it. So I did cut 6 of these. I usually put 2 in each signature, so we've got 6 of these that we will be putting on. I will ink them, and then I'll probably show you one of the eyelets being put on it, and then I'll speed the video up because that's going to be fairly repetitious. So that's that. And then we've got this is all of these, and we're not going to put in even a portion of this into the journal. I just wanted to show you a little bit about what came in the kit. Just beautiful pockets and envelopes and beautiful, beautiful artwork here. Look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? So we've got a couple little mini file folders. I'm not sure if we'll use those. But again, I'll probably send along some of this ephemera because I don't have need to hang on to it. I'll probably won't use this kit again unless maybe another year, a couple years down the road. So lots of tags, skinny pockets, regular tags, some journal cards and such. So that's the pile of that. These are the remaining die cuts that I still have from my video that I did with the Tim Holtz leaves die cuts. So we're going to be using those on some of the empty pages because they don't take up any bulk, they're just decorative. Off camera, I may do some more hidden paper clips so that my paper clips look pretty in the journal, but I won't be doing that on camera. Here are all of our pockets. So I'm really loving these ones. I'm definitely going to use this round one, or half round thing. So yeah, those are the pockets. And then these are other tabs and tickets and things, which I don't know that we'll use. We've got a lot going on here. So, but I thought I would show you again, the beauty that comes in these kits is just really, really beautiful. Like, look at that. And I'll probably put these in an itty bitties box so that I can use them in other journals. So the full size of this one kit that had this page with all these sentiments, the sentiments you can see are really, really big, way too big for most of what I do. So I went ahead and printed that page again, and I set my printer settings to do 2 on a page. So my let me just show you let's see, pumpkin spice, whatever. Anyway, you can kind of see the difference. Like, it's just massively different. It's half size. So we've got those little ones. I'm leaving the big ones out just in case that fits. And I had this out because I was doing some beading this morning. So let's get the journal over here. We're going to start with these tags. I like to use this punch. I've used my octagon punch, but I've never used them for tabs before. So they're going to be kind of a pointy thing, which I kind of like that look. I often like to use this one too. Unfortunately, I can't find this online anymore, so I apologize for that. So I'm going to start by inking these bits up, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I did grab a few of the pockets here and went ahead and inked those just so that we have a little head start on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my eyelet setter here out and grab some eyelets. I am going to use the large eyelets today because I don't want to change the settings on the crocodile, whatever this is. I don't know what it's called when it's the little one, but it's basically the crocodile in mini form. So I'm just grabbing some eyelets here. I don't want the super big ones. Is that a big one? Nope. So I need 6 of these. Should have pulled these out before I started talking again. Keep you too long. I just use the bronze because I really don't, I'm not a fan of the colors, the colored ones, because I mean, sometimes I use them if the journal is like, has those colors in it, but generally, oh come on, generally I like to just use the bronze ones, whatever you call that color. So there's that. Oops, that's a black one. And we got one. We need one more. One more. I see it. I see it. There we go. Sorry, you can't even see what I'm doing. And I do still have my Christmas pajamas. I went and bought another pair. I love them so much. They're so comfy. Okay, so basically what I do is I pick 2 pages to put a tab on, so in each signature. So let's go ahead and do it on, let's see where we can put it here. I think it would be okay on this page, even though there's a belly band there. Let me move this over so you guys can see what I'm doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and punch my hole before I attach it. And so let's just unlock this. I have to lock it to get it in my drawer. Come on. There we go. So I believe it is still on the big setting. So we're going to go ahead and just punch these holes real quick. Okay, I just noticed as I was punching these that depending on how you fold them, determines whether or not you get this effect with the point or you get the flat side, which I like both. So that's cool. So we're going to go ahead and glue them on the page first, and then we will we'll put our eyelets, oh no, I want to put the eyelets in while they're not on. Usually I put them on first and then I have to fuss with the eyelets. Let's not do that. So I'm going to go ahead and set this first one, and then I'll speed the video up. Finally not afraid of this machine here. Whoops, come on. What's going on? Boy, that was tough. Not even going in. Let's do one more. I'm not sure if this is an eyelet problem or what. Are we jammed up here? You just look. Okay, this is the last one. I'm not super happy with these eyelets. I think I'm going to go through that container and pull these out, because look at, you can hardly, it's barely connecting on the other side. Or maybe it's just as secure, but it doesn't have those flayed out bits that you normally see when you do the setting. So let's go ahead and get these glued on here. So I like to just kind of think about what's on the page that it's going on to in terms of color. So I'm going to use this one on this page. So I just run some glue in here. You can also do this with circle punches. I do that a lot, and circle punches are a lot more common. So you can use what you have for sure. So I'm just gonna, and I like that year that's on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one kind of down here, and I'm just gonna press. And I need to grab a paper towel so I can get rid of glue oozing. So I'm just gonna go like this and hold this on both sides, and I'm gonna look at it really quick, make sure it's not all crooked. Let's see. That looks pretty good. It's sticking out a little bit farther than I would like. So let's just, before we move on, let's make sure that's not gonna, yep, it's not gonna be a problem with the closure. I don't think. Yep, should be good. I probably should have put them a little bit closer to the edge of this flat edge. I would not be having that problem. So let's find another page in the first signature. And we are on the last tab here. We've got a beautiful page that we'll work on. Let's see. Yeah, I realized it doesn't matter either way. One side that has the clamped part or the set part is going to show, so it doesn't really matter which direction those go. That one that had the flower, I wanted to make sure the flower wasn't upside down, so I did flip it. So there we go. Last one. And I won't be putting on charms and such on here on camera, but you will be able to see all of the beauty in the close-up photos at the end. So just checking to make sure that, again, what I'm looking for here, it's hard for you guys to see, but I can't even see those tabs past the lace, which I forgot to mention. I also did put this lace on 2 pages in every signature because I just love that pattern that goes on there. So let's start with some pockets. So we already did this. Oh, we wanted to put on that one mixed media bit that we can make a, I cannot speak. I'm still drinking my coffee in my cup that says create your own sunshine. It is early on Sunday morning, and I really, really love this. Oh, I really love that. very bulky though, so we're gonna have to save them. Well, oh my goodness, I really want to use that. But I didn't want to cut it down anymore because I don't want to cut those kids off, so we won't use that one. Here's the two that I set aside. So more gold or less gold. I think I actually like this one. So let's get this, but this one has a flower, which I love, so let's do that. So I'm just gonna mark this so that I can get the measurements right, and I'm doing that because I want to cover up these the tears in the paper, the vellum from my sewing debacle. So I'm just gonna grab my pencil and I'm gonna mark this right here. Pardon my head. You do not want to see my hair this morning. Maybe when I do the draw on this video, I'll do a face-to-face with you. I got my hair cut. I only got about 6 inches cut off, and sometimes I look like a clown because it just curls up and gets crazy. So there we go. So we're gonna do that. Set that aside, and we're gonna put this on. So we're gonna ink this up really quick. I will have to put some ephemera on here. I might do that with you guys. Let's just see if something pops out at me. Oh, I know what we could do. We could put a little pocket on it. We've got these really narrow pockets. Let me show you here in a second. There we go. So I'm loving that. Loving that. I almost feel like I want to put a thumb notch in it though. Let me grab my punch. I just like that I want to see that. I want it to be obvious that there's a pocket tuck there. So this is several layers of beauty. So do that. Before we glue that in, let's look at these tiny pockets and see if anything jumps out. It would fit. I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'll find something. Oh, this would be pretty though, because it's just brown. It's very neutral. Let's try this. I don't put these little bits into my score thing. I don't score them. I just fold them. So sometimes it's imperfect, but that's okay. I'll get my bone folder and give that a good crease here in a second. I print on 65-pound paper, so these folds can be kind of tricky. And again, I don't look for perfection, so I'm just not worried that I folded too far, because you can see that the print, but that's okay. I'm going to fold the last one in. I think I like this idea. We'll put something on there to kind of give it a little bit more interest, but for now we're just going to glue this on. So I'm going to glue on the top, the side, and the bottom. I am using my Fabri-Tac because this is pretty heavy, because again it's layers of mixed media, so it can be a little bit harder to get it to lay down. Come on. And not all of the pockets and tuck spots will have something in them right now, because I like to put just sheets of coffee dyed paper, or small little folded pieces of paper, to have people have something to write on. So that's probably what I'm going to do with this. So I'm just going to lay this down. I kind of want something hard under here because I'm working on vellum. Let's see if I can grab something really quick here that would work. Of course I don't have anything at hand. How about this? Nope, that's too thick. So sorry, you guys. Let me put this, this is my folder for all of the paper for the kits. I'm just going to put that on here, under here. Let's get that pocket glued on. This is going to solve our problem with the those torn sewing bits. So there's always a workaround, you guys. In my opinion, there's always a workaround. So let's find some of those skinny tags. I think they're in this pile. Ones like this. No, we can do journal cards. We don't have to do tags. So I love that one. And I love that one. Oh, I don't need tags though. Goodness gracious. I'm going to come back to that, you guys. So when you see the photos at the end, everything will have something in it. But again, we don't want to be here until, you know, tomorrow. So there we go. So that's beautiful. And it does, it weights that vellum down, which I really like. So that is beautiful. So here, I want to keep this really simple because I want to be able to see this beautiful music page. So I think we're just going to put on a flower or a leaf or something from those die cuts that we did. So let me just ink this up. It's pretty fragile, so I'm trying to be somewhat gentle here. Like so. It's hard to get into those edges when it's so fragile. The head of the flower wants to tear off. So yeah, let's put that on. I'm gonna go over here, guys. And then what I like to do is take a piece of vellum, because you don't want this to stick to this while it's drying. So I just slide a piece of, not vellum, this is parchment paper. So on this one, I think we could put a small pocket. So let's see. Oh, I think this would be beautiful here because of that doily. So I think I will put that pocket there. And again, I will put the tags, that's all kind of elementary. So I'll put the tags and stuff in off camera. And I apologize if that's a little bit repetitive. I don't remember if I said it already. There we go. All of the kits that I used are listed over on my blog in every video for this journal. So if you're curious, you love the digitals, they're all beautiful. You can check that out. I am gluing this on to washi tape, so I'm hoping that that's going to be okay and hold. I'm going to grab another piece of parchment, and I've already cut these up and used them before, so I just grab them from my drawer. So then we've got this page, which needs a pocket. Oh, I guess something like this would be really pretty. Oh, it's too big. Oh, these are probably all going to be too big. Oh my goodness. And it's because I had to alter this project. Because of it being the gatefold, I had to make sure I didn't have anything sticking out. So I'm loving that. I guess it could go either way. Let's put this on this page. I'm going to put it up above the stitching because I don't want to hide that. I often will alter ephemera that is in a kit and make it what I want it to be. So that is certainly an option. Sometimes I'll just like cut images out of the pocket if I really like it, use it in a cluster or something else. Totally no rules about that. So I'm just gonna grab my paper towel and give that a good press. I don't have any oozing glue, so I'm not concerned about that page sticking. That's gonna be beautiful with something in it. And then here, I'm just gonna stick something in there as well. So I'm not sure, probably going to put some coffee dyed paper in that one because it is a vellum pocket. This one I'm going to leave, and I am going to come in and do some, not on camera, but I'm going to do some of my own hidden paper clips. Not hidden, they're masked, so they have paper that wraps around each of the sides of the paper clip so that it just looks more decorative. So I will do that with that. We'll slide something in there. And this, I'm not sure. This, I think I'm just going to leave it like it is. Maybe we'll put one of the die cuts on here. Let's see what we've got left that would kind of go. It's kind of next to a kind of blasé page, so I don't want to put anything super stark there either. Let's see. I've got these ones, and I've got this one. What do you think? I think I'm going to put this on, but I'm going to put something under it. So let me grab from I've got some scraps here, and then I've got my other textile bits that we've been using in the journal. So let's see. Nope. Not feeling it. Not feeling it at all. Let's see if I can get a bit of this off of here. This is some lace I recently picked up, which is perfect for this journal, but I was going to use it to do lace, but it's way too thick for this journal. So I'm just going to play around with this and see if we want to put that under that. I don't know, it seems not organic enough, so I'm not going to do that. Let's just ink this up and put it on as it is. The inking helps to make this pop off the page too, which is probably going to change the look significantly, like so. So we're just going to put that on there, just cause. I'm going to use my white glue. Let's just kind of have her go right here. Just kind of coming off of that line. Just a simple way to add a little bit of something there. Press that down, give it a good time to set. We're going to slide a piece of parchment paper in there. You don't have to leave them there very long, but just enough to not have that cause a problem. So I really want to use this, but what do I do? What do I do? I think I'm going to have to cut off a corner because there's no way this is going to work. I'm so sad about that. It's almost big enough, but not quite. Bummer, bummer, bummer. So let's just mark it. I'm going to go right to the edge here. And I'm just going to mark this edge over here. It's just slightly too big. I'm just going to make a pencil line there and just use my scissors to trim that. So bummed about that. And again, it's just this because this is a special journal. It didn't, I didn't account for that, the fact that I would not be able to make my pages as wide as I normally would. Sticking out there. So we'll put something in there too. I like that on that page. And so this can still be journaled on because it's going to have something in the pocket, but a person could still write there. I will do something with this off camera. I have no idea how I'm going to use that. I'm going to leave this one blank. Again, we have to avoid bulk. I'm going to leave that one, obviously. I'm going to just let this be. Maybe we'll put, oh, you know what? The butterfly would probably be pretty on here. Let's see. Except, let's see, should it go this way? Yes, we're going to put the butterfly on there. This is again one that we use the die cuts and cut all that smushing. We did a smushing technique with Distress Oxide inks, and that's on in the playlist as well. So let's put that down. This is so intricate though. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to and I'm going to press that down, and I want to show you what I'm also looking for as I decide where to place things. So when I decide this, I look at this, and then I look at what is nearby it. And what I see nearby is this piece behind it, which has got the pink, which I think makes it just really, really interesting. So we're going to do that. I'm not going to ink this up on the edges because it's very fragile, and I'm going to leave that plain on that side. So this is one where I will do a prettier paper clip. I'm going to, we're still in for signature, so I'm going to leave this one blank as well. Well, maybe we'll put a word on the bottom of this just to be interesting. So maybe a little piece of lace that won't bulk it up too much. Autumn is my favorite color. Or was one I saw that I didn't notice. Pumpkin Kisses and Harvest Wishes. I love that. So let's use this one. The only thing I didn't like about these sentiments is literally that's what happens. Like they left no room on the end of the sentiments. So that's kind of a bummer because it looks like you're cutting off part of the words, part of the word. So let's see what we want to put under this one. We could just do a little bit of something like that. I don't have to use the whole piece. So I'm going to shift this up here so that I can. So we're going to pull this back. I'm going to put this on. I love that. Very simple, except it's not straight. Oh well. I'm just putting the glue on the part that has the paper underneath. And we're going to just put this down here. I'm going to kind of put it over that stitching a little bit. Perfect. We need to hurry up. We're 45 minutes in, so we've already done that, and we're into the last signature, so we've got time. So let's see what we've got here. I think I'm going to leave this blank for writing. This I'm feeling okay about. I need to retie that because I don't like what that looks like. Oh, that's a little further down. I will do another paper clip here. I'm going to leave this blank. We've already got that on that side, so we don't need to do anything more there. This is fine. I think it's fine. I don't have any other die cuts that I really am feeling inspired by. I've only got one more of the flowers here, which I guess that would be okay to put on there. Let's do that. I'm just going to move this bit a little bit out of my way. The vellum is actually much stronger than one would think. There we go. I like that. I should have done more die cuts. I didn't do that though. Sometimes I'll make them out of the kit paper and they look really beautiful. So we're going to leave that alone. This I'm just going to leave. I just think it's visually very pretty. And then we hung this one on the other side, so that's perfect. I will be making a journal card to fit into that pocket. I'm not going to do that on camera, and I think I discussed that I'm going to leave this just all beautifully coffee dyed. I don't normally do that. I normally cover them with paper, so doing something different there. But I also have never coffee dyed them. We might put something on the back. I'm not sure about that, but I think we're going to need to put something on the back because that looks terrible. So I will do that off camera. We've got that clipped in, and so I'm not going to put anything there. People can write under it, or whoever gets it. This, we put that pocket that flips up, and I'll probably put some little ephemera in there. Sorry, that's off camera. And then this we need to put something on. So let's see what else we've got here. I've got some, this is a small version of that, but I think that would be kind of redundant. I don't think it's too big. I wonder if I should cut it off evenly on both sides, but we've got this going on, so that's not going to work. We could do this pocket. It's got a little bit of green, brings that out. I think we'll do that. Keep it simple. So as you can see, I don't actually always use all of the ephemera bits in a kit. Because often I make ephemera with the pages because I like the bigger tags and such. So again, you can do that however you choose. So there's that. I'm going to put a piece of parchment just in case between those two pages. Let that have a chance to set. I will be doing a different paper clip on there. This is beautiful as it is. It can be written on. I think on vellum you have to write in a permanent pen. I wonder if I have one here. Let me just check, you guys. See if I've got a permanent pen. So by permanent, I mean like a Pitt pen. This is permanent India ink. So let me get a piece of vellum. I think I've got some in my scrap drawer here somewhere. Of course, it's not going to be easy to find when you want it. Okay, well, let's see if I've got a scrap in here. I do. Here's a piece of vellum. So I'm just going to tear that. And I'm going to write on it. I'm going to just give it a second to sit because it is, I know you can write in pencil on it as well, so let me show you that, but I don't think you could write in like a ballpoint pen. So yeah. And then I'm just going to rub my finger over it so you can see we don't get any smudging. So you can write on the vellum, just in case you're wondering. I've always wanted to try that and always forget. So the person could write on that page. So I think I'm going to leave this all as writing space as well. It's a great, it's the center signature, the center of the signature. So let's put something here though. Let's see what we've got. We're running long here, you guys, so I don't want to keep you too much longer. So you can, if the video gets too long, you can always speed me up. I think I want to use that one. It's already partially folded. Not exactly well, but this is a little pocket bit. Let me just get this inked up and glued on. Okay, so I did use this kind of unconventionally, which I'll show you here in a second. Just putting that down, I turned it over because I like this look better. So it's all glued down. This is going to be the only pocket because we have no more room for bulk in this journal. So let me just see if we've got a flower that could go on here with a word. I don't know, I always feel like they look kind of weird. I'm not used to using die cuts in my journal, like little bits like this, so it's taking me some getting used to. I like it once it's inked up though, so I think we'll put that on the flap. So I'm just going to put that right there. And just a little bit of finesse on that page. So we've got to be careful now. Let me just show you. I'm going to take out these parchment paper so I can show you what all this bulk is looking like now. Put those back in my drawer. So when we close the journal, we still have to put tags in, but we are doing okay. So I'm not having to push that down. I've still got room, so I think this is going to be perfect. So let's see if there's anything else we just cannot live without in this last signature. I think I'm going to probably put a cluster or something on there, or maybe we'll do a little tuck. Yeah, maybe we'll just do that. Let's just glue. Let me see if I can ink this. I should have done that before I sewed it in, but I do have an envelope that I'm going to have to decorate off camera that's already in the journal, which I don't know what I was thinking that I would do that. So I'm just going to put some glue here on this edge and this edge. Give that a press. And I got to wiggle my mouse because we're coming on an hour real time here. My screen will time out. So we can use that for a tuck spot if we so choose. Again, that's going to depend on the overall bulk. I will be creating a special paper clip here. I did discover that because of where it's at in the journal, this this envelope wants to fall off into the journal. So we're going to leave that because it's beautiful. We're going to leave this for journaling space. I think maybe we'll put a leaf though, because I like that color in there. I think it would be fun to just put this on the bottom of the page. I want to use these up because when am I going to ever use them again? Oh, so I think I was starting to say something earlier. If the video is too long for you, I have tested it, and you can speed me up to 1.5 times the normal speed, and I don't sound terrible. So some people that doesn't work very well for, because if they have an accent, I have a really hard time, or if they already talk really fast, then it can be hard. But I love how I'm catching some of this color in here. So that's another thing that I look for. And then we've got, this is the envelope I'm going to have to decorate. I'm going to have to do something with this. And then I think I'll leave that and that. And yeah, and that's just the feet of that girl, poor thing. Let's see, what can we put on here? We've got this other envelope that I think would be really, or a little pocket that would be really pretty here. And then I think I'm going to let you guys go. You will be able to see all of this stuff in the close-up photos. If they're not all at the end of the video, because there's a lot of photos, you can hop on over to my blog. A link to the blog is in the description box, as well as all the supplies that I used are listed over on my blog. So you can check that out. So let's just glue this one on, and then we will say ta-ta for now. Whoops. I hope you guys are having a great pre-Christmas season here. I am enjoying it. So I'm just going to put that right there and give that a press. This will be a great pocket because when they do that and they put those flaps on it, the pockets can hold more. So I wonder if so they would be able to hold something like this. Not this one because it doesn't go, but that's always nice too. So we are done for today. Oh, and let me say, these are not a tuck. They're just glued on. So anyway, take care, you guys. Bye-bye.